Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to do another daily plan with me in my Plum paper dailies. Let's take a look at today. Now, I'm just going to tell you, I tried doing like multiple colors in my Plum paper planner. This is the 7x9 Plum paper daily. I am not a multiple color person. I have never color coded in my life. I may have tried once or twice actually. It's just not for me to mix up all of the colors. I knew that from the instant. I've kind of been sticking with this ocean color for the last week or so, probably longer than that because it is pretty close to one of my favorite colors. Well, I went purple there. Purple for a few days, but yeah, I really love this ocean color from Zig in the clean color dot markers. I also pulled this pink color as well. I'm just not sure which color I want to use. I like that this color very closely resembles the color for the month of March in the Plum paper planner. It's just my vibe, like 1000%. So you guys really seem to like these daily plan with me, so I figured why not do another one for this week. So let's look at today again, and I've got some things that I haven't done yet. We have a trip to Sam's Club planned tomorrow. We really need to work on our list. I'm running a little bit behind. So I said I was going to start filming this at 7. It is like 7:45. A little bit behind. Okay, haven't started on that list, haven't started on the meal plan, and definitely don't have a Kroger's list. That's just not going to happen. Putting up laundry, I'm almost scared to check that off. I despise putting up laundry. I don't know if you guys have a chore that you don't like. Laundry is mine. I would rather just not ever put it away. So I'm scared to check that off. I did not listen to any podcasts today. I kind of shared that this was like my little new habit space, just to kind of make this not only a routine for me to actually do it, but for me to routinely remind myself to do these things every single day. I do have my photo for the day, and I did delete a whole bunch of crap off my phone, which is awesome. I am filming and editing this plan with me. I do owe a headshot to a friend of mine for a project that we're working on. I might get that done. I'm scared to check that off too. And I'm definitely not going to work on Trello tonight. So let's move over to Friday. I have the day off. I'm actually quite excited about this. As I mentioned, if you watched my plan with me or have followed me on Instagram and you watched my stories even as far as yesterday morning, I mentioned that I am having to take the remainder of my leave at my current job because there's just certain types of leave that they won't pay out. So you either take it or you completely lose it. And I was not okay with losing like an entire week of leave. I don't really know anyone that is. So I've really only been at work 2 days this week, and I'll only be at work 2 days next week, and then the one morning that I'm actually out processing. So I am off on Friday, so we're gonna put like a big old day off up here. It's awesome because we kind of really mapped out what it is that we are doing. Not really sure that we're going to get it all done. May seem a little like overzealous trying to take on all of this in one day. So I have shared how my Plum paper is broken up for me. So of course, when I purchased this one, I had my categories labeled simply because I had already been using this in the A5 size and knew what I wanted to do with each section of this planner. So I'm trying to move over a little bit so that you guys aren't blinded on this side. So my top 3 for tomorrow are going to be my medication, my vitamins, and Nathan's room, and I will explain more in just a second because I'm still working on the whole writing and talking thing. That's hard. It's hard to do, and it's hard to do and still write neatly and not completely misspell things. So yay, there's that. All right. So also, as I've mentioned, I use a Papermate Flare in my Plum paper. This pen and this paper don't exactly play nice, but if you give it time, it will not smudge. So I typically write down the left side of my book and then move over to the right. I never start on the right and then go to the left because I am right-handed, and I will just, it really doesn't matter whether you're left-handed or right-handed. If you don't give it time to dry, there could be smudging. It could get nasty. Okay, so since I am off, I'm going to put 8 o'clock as my AM routine. It's probably going to be earlier than that just because I don't know how to sleep in. It is going to be, see, I spelled something wrong. We're just gonna, whoop, there we go. It's going to take some time for me to get used to this new schedule, simply because my new job doesn't start nearly as early as my current job. So there will be no more 4:30 in the morning routine, which I'm kind of looking forward to. All right, so after that, we are going to, at 10 o'clock, we are going to start breaking down some furniture. And what we are doing is, we are taking Nathan's bedroom furniture apart and moving it out. So that is what we're going to start off the morning doing. Now, we're not going to jump right into taking furniture apart and then instantly trying to bring the new furniture in. So we're going to spend a couple of hours doing that and then move on to lunch, because it's going to take us a hot minute. We tried to rush moving furniture before. It never ends well. Someone ends up getting hurt. You know. All right, and then after lunch at 1 o'clock, I should probably put this stuff closer together. I'm eating up a lot of space here. We are going to bring up the other furniture to his room. There's that. I've eaten up a lot of space here. I should have probably kept everything further up. All right, then that really shouldn't take that long. The bed is what's going to take the longest because we had to take it apart to move it here from Florida. So we're essentially trying to make better use of the furniture that we acquired at our place in Florida and see where we can replace outdated pieces in our house and then either sell or donate the outdated pieces. So the focus is really going to be on Nathan's room this round and see where we go from there. All right, so once we get the furniture up, that's going to take a while. I think I had originally on like my scratch piece of paper wrote that we were going to walk the dogs. Realistically, that's just not going to happen. So at 6 p.m.-ish, we'll probably have dinner. It's probably going to be more like 7. And then we will have our usual movie night. We have been watching WandaVision for the last few weeks, so I don't honestly know what it is that we're going to pick to watch, but Friday nights are usually our night to watch a movie. Now Nathan has a track meet like super early the next morning, so I don't even know that we will get that done. We might have to push it to Saturday possibly. All right, let's move on to my business area. So this is where I put things for Julie's plans. It's always really weird when I say that. I don't really like referring to the name of my business like that. It just sounds weird. Anyway, it is what it is. Okay, so Friday, I've actually got a few things that I want to put on here. So I do like to remind myself to share whatever video is going up. And of course, that will be this daily plan with me that you are watching right now. Then I have got to check my emails and respond to some emails. I'm a little bit behind. I've got like 2 that are kind of urgent that I need to get to. And then I need to snap some IG photos. I haven't been keeping up with posting to my feed as much as I want to, but it is something that I'm working on. So on days like tomorrow where I'll have the whole day off, I can probably like batch a whole bunch of photos and have them ready for at least the next week or so. Although I will say this, as a content creator, I have a really hard time with planning out content so far in advance. It doesn't really work with the way I do things organically. I don't want to plan that far out. I don't want to have like my entire feed mapped out, my aesthetic, if you will, or my color scheme. I'm just not that intense about it, right? I feel like Instagram originally was, and probably still is meant to be for like in the moment things, not so plotted out and business minded, but more to interact with other people. And while I'm still on my little tangent here, I just feel like we're losing sight of that on Instagram. It hasn't exactly been my favorite place lately, if I'm being honest. Okay, now that I've said all that, all right. I like to put as a daily reminder to myself to respond to any comments and messages as much as I can. I highly dislike the Instagram messaging system now because so many messages get filtered out, and I feel like sometimes I don't see things for weeks, and it totally bugs me. Let's see. I've got a couple of other things, but I need to actually see if I can do them tomorrow or if they need to wait. All right, so what I have been doing on the right-hand side is kind of breaking things up into categories. So 3 categories. Honestly, they don't always have a very specific label to them, but I like grouping things together. It also helps me just be a little bit more efficient with my time, or at least if I'm saying, okay, I have from 8 to 10 to squeeze in these 3 household chores, then I know what the 3 household chores are, right? I'm not like wondering what the heck it is I'm going to do in this time. I actually have things that I want to do. Or if I see that somehow after moving the furniture up the stairs, I can run to Sam's Club, then that can be something that I can address along with another errand that I might have to run, whether it's picking up or dropping something off. All right, so around the house, I'm going to put up my laundry. I'm going to put that over here because I just have a feeling I'm not going to get to it tonight. I don't even know if I'm going to get to editing this video tonight, which is probably why my AM routine is not going to be at 8, because I'm going to have to get up at my normal time to edit this video. I'm beat from today. All right. I also want to vacuum my floors and mop, and I'm going to like just leave that extra dot for whatever else pops in my head. All right, as far as errands go, we have Sam's Club, and that's all I have right now. I'll have to get with Jesse and see if there's anything else that we need to do while we're out, but Sam's Club is definitely a priority tomorrow, along with the furniture, simply because we haven't been to Sam's Club in forever. And what I have noticed over the last few weeks is that we're making lots of little trips to the grocery store, and I really don't like doing that at all. But when we go to Sam's Club, we get like our larger purchases of meat and things like that, and we're not constantly having to go back for more. We're like stocked up for a little while, and there's just quite a few things we have not gotten in a really long time. All right, so as far as other things, I need to work on my office space because I will be moving to a full-time work from home position. And I really need to start figuring out how I can make my space here very efficient and work friendly, while also giving me a space still for content creation and just using my desk for everyday things. So I really do want to sit down and work on that. I need to work on cleaning up my iMac. We have been toying with the fact of we've been toying with the idea of giving it to one of the kids, simply because I will be provided a computer for work, plus I have my MacBook Pro laptop and I have an iMac. It's just not all necessary. And part of the whole office space plan could be to get rid of some things just to make my life simpler and easier. All right. That's what I have so far for those things. Now let's get down these daily habits. I have talked about the daily habits before. The daily delete I got from Kendra Adachi. She is the author of The Lazy Genius Way, and she had talked about doing the daily delete with the pictures on her phone so that you didn't end up with like 500 million pictures on your phone. And that has really been helping me, especially as a content creator. You're taking like a million unnecessary photos, right? And then you have copies of photos. And then you have, if you're like me, I save my Instagram stories to my phone because sometimes you can build on each story, but it doesn't mean that you're always doing that, but it also means that you're not always deleting. And the next thing you know, you have a phone full of replicated Instagram stories, which is just takes up a ridiculous amount of space. So taking the time to delete photos either from the day before or the day of has been amazing. All right, I would still somehow like to get in a podcast, but looking at my schedule and all the things that are going on, it's probably not going to happen. And then my one photo is just making sure that I get a photo of the day that maybe I want to print out later on for memory keeping, or just the one picture that I'm going to keep, and then doing the daily delete to get rid of all the other unnecessary things. All right, so I think that is it. It's a little bit messy. It's okay. I feel like some of my pages before were a little bit neater, but it's fine. Sometimes it's just I'm writing at the end of the day and my hand is tired. So that is everything for this plan with me. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't chat your ears off, but I personally like the chattier videos. I don't know about you guys. All right, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you're already subscribed, make sure that you click that red notification bell so that you know when my videos are posted here on YouTube. As always, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.